Good morning, everyone. My name is Magdalena Kudlicka, and I am a project manager for Polish Challenge Fund at United Nations Development Program, one of the biggest and well-known development agencies in the world. I joined the Wolf Summit today to spread the news about our modality, which is called Polish Challenge Fund, and also to mention to tech society about UNDP funding opportunities, which are not a very obvious opportunity because actually no one knows about this, or very little people knows about this. But today I'm going to introduce you this modality, which is, I think, a very nice opportunity to be visible even on a global scale, even for a small startup, even for a small tech company. And I will prove you that this is feasible because we already have those examples. Okay, next slide, please. Okay. So what is the purpose of this Polish Challenge Fund modality? United Nations Development Program works in about 170 countries and territories all around the world, helping to eradicate poverty, reduce inequalities, and exclusion, and build resilience to countries so countries can sustain their progress. And as the UN's development agency, UNDP plays a critical role in helping countries achieve the sustainable development goals. So this is a kind of intro. And one of the partners of UNDP in the region of Europe and Central Asia is actually a Polish Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And they support this modality, Polish Challenge Fund, for about 2 years now. And I'm happy to tell you today that we actually are going to launch another call very, very soon. So this is a funding opportunity for you, for all the tech companies and startups that are gathered here today. So what is the purpose? We are looking for innovative solutions that would boost economy and also social standards in our partner countries, which are Ukraine, Moldova, and Georgia. And because of the international situation, the next call, we already granted a number of projects in Ukraine, Georgia, Moldova, but also in Belarus, but it was before, a long time before. Now we are working with our partners in Ukraine, Georgia, and Moldova, and now because of the international situation, we are going to launch a call focused especially on Moldova and their needs to mitigate the negative consequences of the current crisis caused by the war in Ukraine. And we invite every tech company with innovative solutions that would fit into our challenges, which are very broad, actually. So next slide, please. Okay, so who can participate? Basically, every entity which is registered in Poland, private sector entity, which is registered in Poland, can apply to Polish Challenge Fund. We also invite academia, as we know that these are the environments where very modern, very innovative solutions are invented, and around those academia, very often startups appears that that are actually launched to scale up the solutions. So these are our two main eligible applicants that can apply to the Polish Challenge Fund. And what kind of innovations? As I already told you, we already granted 21 solutions, and these are very diverse solutions. We granted bees saving projects. We granted training and mentoring projects. Also waste management projects, or smart solutions for cities like, I don't know, car sharing, or managing traffic light systems with AT using. So if at the last slide, I will give you the web page address of the Polish Challenge Fund, which is polishchallengefund.org. So, and there you have the information about all the projects that were granted until now. What kind of innovations? All of those innovations that can fit into our challenges, and our challenges are very broad. Before every call, we formulate those challenges, and as for now, there were smart cities, ICT and digital solutions, anti-COVID solutions, and green technologies. So as you can see, many entities can fit into these challenges. Next slide, please. So what exactly happening when you apply and when you actually get the award? If we choose your solution, you get the award up to $40,000 of US, and you have also the access, like the rules for the project, for your initiative, is that you have to provide us with this exquisite solution, and you have to find a local partner in the beneficiary country, meaning Moldova this time, as we are going to launch this call in Moldova very soon, within like 2 weeks. So you have to find the local partner in Moldova. You have to provide us with this exquisite solution, diverse solution, in comparison also to the previous one. And you get this $40,000 of US award. And beside, you also, like, we understand it, like, you sharing your solutions without taking financial risks while entering the foreign market. You can test your solution in real-time environment if it is like testing a feasibility study, because this is also allowed. But also you can sell your product, you can introduce your technology, you can introduce your know-how, all with the goal of boosting the economy of the local community, enhancing their living conditions, and in general, having in mind the sustainable development goals of the UN. So, of course, very nice benefit from cooperating with us is also joining a huge United Nations family, because our awardees have the right to use our logos, and very often people building their visibility around our funding opportunities. So this is basically what you can get. Okay, now let's move to some successful examples of our projects. As I already told you, we granted 21, next slide please. We granted 21 solutions until now. On the web page you can see 18 of them, as we still proceeding with 3 agreements, so soon there will be shared, but maybe you've heard about this very innovative technology of perovskites, printed, inkjet printed, very super thin solar modules. So it is produced by the company called Solar Technologies, and they actually took part in the first call for proposals to the Polish Challenge Fund. and they get the award. And what they did was absolutely amazing. This is one of the most innovative projects we got during the Polish Challenge Fund. So basically, they provided the population of European bisons in Ukraine with collars powered by this ultra-thin solar panels, and they, with WWF Ukraine as their local partner, they were monitoring the movements of this European bison's population. So that was like a green technology, that was an innovative solution, that was also something to preserve our biodiversity. And we welcomed very warmly their project. It was absolutely exquisite. That was in 2020, actually. Okay, go on. Let's move to another. And this is another company awarded by Polish Challenge Fund. It is called Early. Perhaps some of you knows them already. This is actually the biggest success of the Challenge Fund, Polish Challenge Fund, but not only Polish Challenge Fund. As in UNDP, we have also Slovak and Czech Challenge Fund, and in comparison with that solutions, I think Early is the biggest winner ever so far. And we are still looking for someone who could replace them, but this is really difficult, as they were granted twice. This is one thing. They were granted twice. They implemented their project in Belarus, in Minsk, but that was 2020 as well. So the conditions were quite different. And what they did, they installed their air pollution sensors all around the city. They started to monitor the levels of pollution. But what is really like very interesting for this project, they managed to scale up thanks to our award, and also thanks, not only, but also thanks to our logo using and so on. They were able to scale up in Europe, in most of the countries in Europe. They also started to provide their sensors in India, I think, and some parts of Asia, Africa as well. And as far as I've heard lately, they started to conquer the US market with some new type air pollution devices, which are specially designed for the US market. So this is quite a success. But this is not all. They also contributed to UNDP's air pollution policy. Their experts and analyses were used while we were working a year ago. In the peak of pandemic, we started to produce this policy paper about how the environment and air pollution can fuel the COVID pandemic and spreading the disease. And with their analytics, we could actually manage to do it. So you can see that working with UNDP is not only an opportunity to scale up your technical solution, but this is also a way to success in any other way you can actually profit it. It's totally and completely up to you how you use this opportunity to cooperate with us. What is really one last thing about Early. In Minsk, they started to cooperate with a local company. People from there moved to Poland and started an entity or a company that measure the impact of the entire, all the factors, environmental factors, on everyday humans' lives, meaning the weather, the air pollution, pollination, and many other factors. They were also granted. They introduced a great innovative solution, In the third round of Polish Challenge Fund, they found a local partner from Ukraine, and they started to implement their project in October last year, so way before the war started. However, now with their local partner who has sensor all around the Ukraine, and their local partner has also the agreement with the Ministry of Environment in Ukraine, they actually told us that they are able to measure the level of nuclear radiation all around Ukraine, which is something really important for many people in Ukraine, but also in Europe people follows this news about the levels of radiation. So actually, thanks to the Polish Challenge Fund, it will be feasible for anyone to get those data on their smartphones, thanks to their application. We of course agreed that they should include this opportunity to their application. That company is called Liczba, and as I said, but this is a kind of spin-off of Early. So just imagine. So this is why I'm telling that this is the biggest winner from the Polish Challenge Fund. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. Two examples I already introduced, meaning Saule Technologies and Early. That was the initiatives that were already closed. It was in 2020, 2021. They are closed, finished, and so on. Now I'm going to introduce to present two initiatives which are ongoing. EcoBeans, they were awarded in the fourth round. So this year, actually, like the call for proposal was last year, but the agreement they got, it was in March. So they are quite fresh in this contest. But their solution is also exquisite. I mean, they are producing everyday life products from coffee waste, and like plant pots or straws or stuff like that. And this is really interesting solution. And they got their local partner from Moldova. This is a coffee shop chain called Tucano Beans. And with them, they are running now a feasibility study in Moldova. They are checking if it is feasible for them to launch a biggest cooperation in Moldova, because they want to, in the very like long-term perspective, they want to build a factory there and get the coffee waste from Moldova, which is one of the biggest consumer of coffee in Europe per capita. And they are going to settle there and produce this coffee waste products from to European markets, but also to Moldova markets. So this is really interesting solution, and they are running the feasibility study. So as I said at the beginning, this is the opportunity for feasibility study, but also to sell the products, to introduce products, to share knowledge, to make whatever you need in order to scale up or to just be on international markets. Okay, so next slide, please. This solution, Spina in Georgia, this is a kind of smart city solution. So I was hearing the previous panel about smart cities, and I thought, oh, my presentation perfectly aligns with what people there were saying about smart cities and so on. And please believe me that even in countries like Moldova, Georgia, or Ukraine, which people in Europe do not exactly connect with development or high level of development, people there are extremely interested in smart solution in cities, because they know that it will enhance the life level of the inhabitants. And Spina in Georgia, they Their solution is that they equipped the traffic light system with the artificial intelligence, which prioritized the buses in Batumi. And Batumi is well known as one of the most crowded cities in the region, not only in Georgia, but in the region. In the central intersection of Batumi, they introduced this this system, and they are going to. Basically, this is their smart solution. Yeah, I'm going to finish soon. Okay, so next slide, please. So as I already told you, this is Olga Malinkiewicz. She's the CEO of Solar Technologies. So she's actually the inventor of this super thin inkjet solar panels. And what we can offer to you is a commercial scale-up of initiatives, but also non-commercial scale-up, like the visibility and the recognition, which is actually a kind of key for success. And also high interest in Polish expertise and experience, because most of our companies which were awarded, now they are really profit from the cooperation with us. Okay, please go on with another slide. We ran a survey among our awardees, asking them how it was to cooperate with us. Everyone was super happy. And I know that this is a really nice journey and a really nice adventure to cooperate with us. Okay, go on next slide. Yeah, this is the satisfaction rate. And okay, next slide are my contact details. Oh, no, this is the wrong presentation. Because I shared the okay, so my contact details, I will tell you. So you could contact me directly. My contact details is magdalena.kudlicka@undp.org. Maybe I could write it someplace. I don't know. The webpage address is polishchallengefund.org. And you can contact me via this website or directly by the email. And I would like to encourage all of you to follow UNDP procurement, not only because of the Polish Challenge Fund, but as I already mentioned, UNDP runs Slovak Challenge Fund, and basically the rules are pretty much the same. They are also run Czech Challenge Fund. They have Ocean Innovation Fund, and they have a lot of accelerators, initiatives under umbrella of UNDP. So I would like to encourage you to just follow the webpage of UNDP and to be open on the funding opportunities provided by UNDP. Thank you very much.